We are live.
We are live. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is a production of the Cross-Platform Baseball League. My name is Weaver Prez. I'll be your play-by-play commentator for tonight. I'm joined by my co-host, co-commissioner of this league, Dwayne. How's your night going, Dwayne?
It is going well. We just saw a pair of electrifying series. Chris walking away with a sweep in the first ever cross-platform matchup in XBL history. And then our first ever AAA matchup in XBL history, another sweep by Corruptions over the Swayze Dogs. So it's been pretty good so far. A lot of good baseball on our hands to watch.
Yeah, some great action so far. For those of you that may not know, this is the Cross-Platform Baseball League. Used to be the Xbox Baseball League. It's a league set at 90 ego, so definitely the highest competition in Super Mega Baseball. Custom teams, 9-inning games. This is Dwayne. Would you agree? This is absolutely the highest tier of talent that is found in Super Mega.
Yes, Weaver, I would agree. This is definitely the largest collection of talented players that this game has to offer, and we play at near the highest level of competition that we can. So there's really no better place to see the absolute best show I would consider on Super Mega Baseball 3 Earth. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, I know exactly what you mean. So let's look ahead to the matchup that we're about to call right now. This is a good one. This is Ashnod's Coupon and the Chicago Blues versus Sudo, a veteran of this league, and the Puerto Rico Fuegos. What can you tell us about this matchup?
Well, what we have here in Ashnod's Coupon is a newcomer on the PC end with an extreme power bat on his hands. He's going to be looking to jump out early and get a handle on this game and just go all out and put balls into the seats. On the other side of the ball, we have the Puerto Rico Fuegos, which could not be any more different. They are built around solid defense. Defense first always, followed by speed and a great ability to put the bat on the ball and play aggressive, which scores them runs and keeps other players out of the ball game.
Yeah, these are two high-powered offenses. One that's based on absolutely mashing. One that's a little bit more speed-focused. Should be a good game. These two were ranked second and sixth, I believe, in the power rankings. So we could see some tight action here today.
Yeah, absolutely. We are going to see the Fuegos really try to mitigate runs and try and lock things down. Ashnod, like I said, is going to try and jump out early. And in the second ever cross platform matchup of the XBL that we have in our hands, we are going to probably see a lot of runs, I would say.
Yeah, some have called him Smashnod. The man's hitting ability is
Like that.
unparalleled by everyone except for maybe one person. And if you're in the league, you know who I'm talking about as far as season 8 goes. But anyway, it looks like we are going to get started soon. We'll signal to the players that they can get their set started. I believe we're either going to be playing at either Swagger Center or the Motor Yard. I believe those are the two home stadiums. So I will signal Ashnod that he can begin, and we'll get started here in just a second.
All right, sounds good. See you guys on the other side.
Alrighty. It is going to be Sudo as the home team to kick us off here tonight. And like I said, we're playing at the Motor Yard. Pretty balanced stadium, deep gaps. You could even say underrated gaps. And then a kind of a short porch in right field. How do you think park factors will play into this one, Dwayne?
Park factors are going to be big because a lot of them are going to be what keeps Ashnod from putting the ball out of the ballpark. If he's able to get under that ball and get fly balls, Sudo can keep him in the park at the warning track. He's going to be able to navigate his way through this game. He's going to be able to find a way to get some runs. So that's definitely going to be the goal.
Now batting, the center fielder.
All right.
Number 5.
Starting us off is going to be Ashnod's leadoff hitter, Muddy Waters. Looks like right away he's camping the low pitch. He gets it. He's just a bit late, 101 miles an hour. I think most everyone would whiff on 101. Jose Berrios, the ace of the Puerto Rican Fuegos. He's at a 1-1 count now on Waters. Another fastball blows him away. And he's one strike away from a good start here in the first inning.
Interesting to see Ashnod sitting in certain areas of the zone here.
That one was up. Ashnod still reacted. It's going to be booted off the glove of the second baseman. Over to Lindor, who makes a great play. I thought he had no chance. But like I believe you said in the pregame commentary, Ashnod's team lacking in speed.
Yeah, lacking in speed indeed, and it shows there, even with the leadoff hitter, not able to get on off a botch play at second base.
This one is ripped, however. It's going to be a one-out single for Ashnod. Two very hard hit balls here. No surprises on that. And that's going to bring up Thomas Dorsey, who looks like he's got 99 power, 99 contact, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the DH for the Blues is absolutely jacked up, and he's looking to sit on one, and he rips it in the right field for a great piece of hitting.
Picture-perfect contact there. Sudo perhaps a little bit lucky that didn't land 450 feet to right field. But in any case, there are 2 on now for Elwood Blues.
Yeah, as many are familiar in this game, there is such a thing as squaring one up too well, and Ashnod seemed to do it there, even though he did push it through that hole between second and first base.
Yeah, just missing a home run there by an inch perhaps on the reticle placement. He's got a 1-1 count, and he takes a curveball. Camping that low pitch may have prevented him from getting around to that inside fastball. He lays off the slider for the game's first full count. See if the runners go.
With speed
Sudo
like that, I doubt it.
Sudo playing his outfield deep. This one is ripped. Reyes catches it. The outfield alignment not really playing a factor there. He was expecting a deep fly ball. He got medium depth. This one, Ashnod sits on it perfectly. He lines it over to Reyes. Nothing but hard hit balls in that inning. But Sudo gets out of it, surrendering 2 runs. I'm sorry, 2 hits, but no runs.
Yeah, he's jumping on pitches there, but he can't find the launch angle that he's looking for, it seems.
Francisco Lindor, one of the MLB's brightest stars, will bat now against John Lee Hooker, who is a starter-reliever hybrid, so you would look for him to throw maybe 50 pitches before he is ineffective.
Yeah, and as we know, Ashnod has a stable full of guys back there. There's leadoff hitter for the Fuegos, whiffs for out number 1.
And John Lee Hooker, the starter here, high velo, very low junk, and pretty good accuracy. That is the archetype for, I believe, all 8 pitchers on Ashnod's staff. He really favors that velo. But Sudo gets into one to left field. Blues is going to chase it down on the warning track. Looked good off the bat. Perhaps a good sign there, however, for the Fuegos.
Yeah, he's definitely going to want to look into running into one of these 102-mile-an-hour fastballs. Like I said in the first set, faster it goes in, further it goes out.
And not a lot of exit velo on that one. It's going to be a base hit, the first of the game for the Fuegos. Just unable to get anything done on defense. And then another weak contact single is going to put runners at first and second. 2-out rally here for the Fuegos. Both teams trading multiple base runners.
Don't look for the Fuegos to let up here with 2 outs, though. They play an aggressive style of baseball, and there's another possible hit.
He got good wood on it. He was aggressive early in the count. Perhaps he wants that one back. In any case, some good life there for the Fuegos, and we are now on to the second inning. Mavis Staples, the second baseman, she will bat now. She has herself a 1-1 count against Berrios. Hitters count now. He's still camping that low pitch. He gets one right down the middle, absolute hanger, but he was camping fastball, I do believe. Didn't get good wood on the changeup. The 2-2 popped up. Good placement there on the fastball. Ran it high in the zone. Reyes will catch it. First out.
Yeah, you can see again in that at-bat there. Ashnod sitting low, bringing that reticle up high, trying to find that launch angle. That one's driven deep into left field. That could hit the fence.
That one is going to be a stand-up double. First extra base hit of the game. You knew there would be plenty here for both teams, but especially for the Blues. Now B.B. King has an opportunity to put the first run on the board for either team. The runner on second for Ash, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably his fastest runner.
Yeah, I would say 1 of 2, maybe 1 of his fastest runners on his team. So good to have him on second base here in a scoring situation.
This slider is camped on way back center field. He catches it at the warning track. Off the bat, I thought it was out. The throw is going to go into third. It will not get him. There's a runner 90 feet away with 2 outs.
Yeah, just not able to take that off-speed pitch out of the park there. A little too much backspin on it. And like I said, the dimensions of Motor Yard might play in the Fuego's favor. Keep a few of these balls in the ballpark.
2-0 now on Mahalia Jackson. You don't want to fall behind, but he does. He may just put him on here. What do you think?
Yeah, he might.
And he does. He does it intentionally. Definitely not favoring that lefty-righty matchup, but he's going to run into another one here as the lineup turns over to Muddy Waters.
Yeah, it was a smart move to put him on there with 2 outs. You don't want to give Ashnod anything to hit in a situation where he might be expecting it.
As you say that changeup was absolutely thumped, but he was just a bit early on it. He doesn't like that changeup at all. And 1 strike away from getting out of the jam is Jose Berrios. Tries to gas him up, can't do it.
A little bit of head gains, a little bit of change of speeds is going to do the Fuegos a lot of favors here in this ball game.
Outside.
A full count. We'll see if the runner goes from first. Doesn't. This one is belted right field. Way up there. It is gone. Ashnod's coupon with the first home run of XBL Season 8. I don't think that's a surprise to anyone.
Yeah, we even waited an entire 2-pair series to find one, and Ashnod's still the first one to put one into the seats.
And
the bettors are happy.
It's of the 3-run variety. That is going to play huge here in this game. Sudo probably wants that one back. And then following up here, way deep to center field. Is this back-to-back? It is. 4-0 Chicago Blues. Ashnod breaking out here in the second.
As we've said before, who needs speed when all you have to do is trot? Amazing pair of back-to-back homers there by Ashnod.
And not to be outdone is Dorsey, who's going to split this one into the gap. Center fielder will collect it fast. Clemente gets it in. It's going to be a stand-up double for Dorsey. 3 extra base hits here in a row. And perhaps Sudo regretting pitching around that 9-hole hitter.
Yeah, it's tough.
This one is 53 power over to Rodriguez. It's going to end the inning. But the Chicago Blues scoring 4 there.
Deadly pair of homers. 4 runs feels like a mountain to climb.
Elmore James has this one easy over to Butterfield. 1 out here in the second. John Lee Hooker ahead 0-1. 102 miles an hour. Sudo lays off with a good eye there, and a changeup is coming. Takes it, and he's behind. Another changeup. Checks his swing. It's in there anyway. Strike 3. And there's 2 down here in the second.
Yeah, it's tough there. You can tell Ashnod really proficient with the power pitching, hitting his spots.
Fuego's trying to get a bit creative there. The bunt goes foul, however. Another fastball, another bunt attempt. This one is over to Hooker, however. Didn't go as far to the left as Sudo would have liked it. And that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for the Chicago Blues.
Yeah, definitely count on Sudo to get creative, find a way to get runners on base, because once he gets them on there, he can do some damage. But that's going to be a big challenge against the Blues pitching staff, which is packed with velo and a lot of good accuracy.
First challenge, however. Oh, it's dropped by Yadi Ermelina, one of the greatest catchers in MLB history. Drops a pop-up behind the plate. That could be huge here in this at-bat against Elmore James. 1-2. Ash keeping the at-bat alive. Lays off the changeup. Sitting on that low pitch.
Yeah, very interesting to see the method behind one of the more storied hitters in the current ballgame.
That one just misses high and away, and a full count pitch nicks the outside corner at 99. Sudo's best pitch of the day, I would say. And there's 1 down. 6 hits surrendered from Berrios through 2 1/3 thus far. Staying away from Staples. And behind 3-0, Sudo perhaps pitching scared here. But he elects not to go for the 4-pitch walk. But this one is slammed into right field. Will it clear the line? Absolutely into the 3rd row up there in the first deck rather. It's going to be 5-0 Chicago Blues, 421 feet.
Yeesh! Man, he put a charge into that.
Dingers, dingers, and dingers here early. No surprises, though. Ashnod's coupon has been doing this all offseason. Strike one now on Butterfield. As Ashnod, you've got to be thinking is thinking about a possible mercy rule here, a quick game.
Yeah, anything he can do to tack runs on. You can tell with his patient approach, he sees the ball very well. And that low reticle placement, something you don't see a lot of people do, I feel like provides him that launch angle that he's looking for and pitches up in the zone.
Losing him there is Berrios. It's going to be a one-out walk, and that'll bring up BB King, who is 0 for 1. Swings early on that curveball, only got 64 power. Sudo perhaps thought about dropping it and taking the speed change, but goes against it. Mahalia Jackson swings through that slider. Runner going, throw down from Molina. He is safe.
A little bit of aggression there from the Blues. You like to see that on the base pass, not something you expect.
Quite possibly could be the first time I've ever seen Ashnod steal a base, but it pays off there. Runner in scoring position. Way ahead of the slider is Mahalia. Pitch from Berrios. Change up way early is Ashnod.
Way early, he hit that sideways.
He's way even earlier on that one. It's going to be strike 3. Sudo limits the damage to just a run. And with the 9-hole hitter Roberto Clemente up, he's going to look to start a rally here. Over to Blues. He dives. It just hits the ground. Looked like a trap there. And it's a leadoff hit for Roberto Clemente.
Yeah, 2 words for that piece of hitting. Top spin, baby.
Francisco Lindor. Power swinging on the first pitch. Hooks it foul. Fastball misses low at 102 miles an hour. Another fastball. It's going to be a bunt. Will it get past Hooker? It will. This is into no man's land. Third baseman abandons it 2, and the first 2 have reached for the Fuegos. What a risky bunt.
You know that Sudo knows exactly what he's doing when he drops a bunt on. He's not making a mistake when he goes for something like that.
And Butterfield made an amazing catch, tried to double him up, but just too slow to get back to the bag. Lindor got back. Hit and run, it's up the middle. Shortstop bails on it. Waters can't get it. This is going to score 2 for the Fuegos. Will it be a triple? No, it'll be a double. A Little League double, perhaps. A good hit and run turned into something extra there for the Fuegos.
Yeah, a little bit of that lack of speed showing there. Not much else to say. Not a great angle stat. That's driven to the gap. That's more runs for the Fuegos as they are putting up an absolute string of hits here.
A comeback attempt kind of taking us by surprise, you could say. The Fuegos are now only down 2, and there's still only 1 out. That failed double play attempt by the first baseman coming back to haunt Ashnod.
You have to think, a player like Sudo, who's worked a lot with these velocities, he's not going to be fooled by that low jump.
The runner is now moved over to third. Tense is the pitcher, Hooker. And it's a squeeze bunt attempt with 2 outs. Hooker collects it, throws to first. He's safe. It's 5-4. Gutsy squeeze bunt there from the Fuegos. Yadier Molina is up with the runner on first, looking to erase his tense mojo.
I'm sorry, can you believe that? With 2 outs that he just put that down and made it to first base?
Gutsiest play I've seen in a long time, but that's Fuegos baseball, I suppose. 0-2 count now on Molina. Hit and run, but he commits way too hard to the hit part of that. It's strike 3, but ladies and gentlemen, we have a ball game.
Wow, 4 runs from the Fuegos there in that bottom of the third. I'm absolutely blown away at the brand of baseball they're playing here. This is what you sign up for when you come to watch Puerto Rico Fuegos baseball. This is it.
Right on cue, he gets weak contact. The weakest hit of the game, I'd say, from Ashnod, and it's 1 out. And playing into this game now, that one was smashed foul. Playing into this game now is the 4 or 5 bar, I believe, bullpen from Puerto Rican Fuegos. That one is going to be a 1-out hit, however.
Good drive by Ashnod. Not the launch angle he's looking for. You know he's always trying to lift the ball.
Number 35. Outside.
Thomas Dorsey, 2 for 2. We'll see if Xavier Robinson can retire for the first time.
If the Fuegos are able to put up runs like that, a string of singles is not going to be what the Chicago Blues need to win this game.
Changeup is belted. He didn't quite get the right timing on it. It's going to be the second out of the inning. And a huge possibility for the Fuegos to put him
Now
to 0
batting
here and get
the
back to work.
left fielder, number 9.
Xavier Robinson pitching. He's ahead in the count. He has the specialist trait, which will help him here. Pass ball, however, second bad error of the game for the legend Yadier Molina. And a runner in scoring position at about 50 speed, I'd say. That forkball is perfectly placed. 1-2 pitch coming. Just a bit outside. Ashnod doesn't bite. Tries to back, or front door rather. Slider. That changeup, he's early. Fastball, swing and a miss. He got him at 102. Ashnod's batter tries to break his bat and fails. We go to the bottom of the 4th here in Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah, still a one-run ball game. Tough for the Blues not to be able to tack on there. You can tell they're getting a little bit frustrated.
Yeah, some of that small ball perhaps getting in the head of Ash. He's going to try another bunt here. Is Sudo. Hooker gets that one, and it's going to be the first out of the inning.
These are not flukes. He is putting them down with authority when he drops that bunt.
Clearly, Sudo's game plan here appears to be, you know, if you can't outslug him, outrun him. 0-2 count now on Clemente, who got that huge rally started last inning. Will he bite on the changeup? No, a great take there from Sudo. Fastball, wild a little bit. Butterfield has it on first. A lot of speed there for the first baseman. A little unorthodox, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would say so.
Francisco Lindor looking, he's power swinging there. They're looking for a 2-out homer here. Change up, Lindor just swings through it. Fastball, Lindor too late, and it's 1-2. That one is smashed into center field. Right, no, it's out of the glove of the center fielder. Lindor trying to stretch for 2. He thinks better of it. They're going to go for a 2-out rally here with a runner at first.
A one-run ball game. That base runner is huge. Sudo has absolutely done his homework on Ashnod before this game. There are no doubts about it. And you can tell it's starting to show through here. The small ball, the aggression, he knows where he's hitting the ball and who he's hitting it to. And it's paying off, and it's scoring him runs.
Javier Baez now. Albertino Walker, first pitcher out of the pen for the Chicago Blues. All velo here. And right on cue, he throws 2 fastballs. Can Baez adjust to the 3rd? It's going to be out of the zone. Hit and run. He swings right through it at 101. And we are done with the 4th inning. That'll bring up Elmore James. 102 starting him out from Xavier Robinson. Changeup is corked down the line. First baseman can't get to it. Right fielder having some trouble picking it up there in the corner. But even with the speed on the bases, it's going to be a double.
Yeah, no threat really for a triple there. There was a little bit of happy corner going on, but whoa, there's another hit.
Over the head of Lindor into the gap. That will score a run. It's going to be back-to-back doubles here for the Blues. They are back on the board.
Possibly an insurance run for Ashnod. You know everyone's going to count big in this ballgame.
Butterfield gets into one into center. It's going to be way up there, however. Clemente called off. Reyes gets it back in, and that's the first out. B.B. King takes a strike. Good pitch there from Robinson. 1-1 count now. Great cutter, or a fastball rather. 1-2. Taking his time. The pitch just catches the inside corner. Great pitch there from Sudo. He's 1 out away from limiting the damage.
Blues legend B.B. King unable to pull the trigger on that pitch. And the Fuegos get a very, very valuable out number 2.
Swinging through the fastball late there is Ashnod. 24 pitches thus far for the righty specialist. And he's 1 strike away from ending the inning and getting his offense back out there. Can't touch that top right corner. Full count pitch. Fools him on the slider. Ashnod was clearly not looking for that. Great strikeout there. And we are into the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, 6 runs to 4, 10 hits to 8. This is as close as it can get without being a tie ball game. Look for the Fuegos here again to take advantage of the low jump and high velocity.
Sitting on a fastball there gets him on base. Fuegos looking to score a couple here and tie it up. Pablo Sanchez, who has not been retired yet today, fouls that one off. Skies that one deep into left field. Over towards foul territory. Left fielder says he has it, and he does.
Just as much as Ashnod is, Sudo's sitting on that fastball, so he took that changeup and he swung at it a little bit early. He got the launch angle on it, but not the time.
Ball one there at 101 miles an hour. Sudo taking all the way. Changeup catches too much of the zone, and Sudo punishes it. 2 are on here for the Fuegos.
He's letting the ball get deep into the zone, and he's pushing it into the gaps and he's shooting it the other way, and that's what's going to get him runners on. And like I said before, if he's getting runners on, he's a threat.
This one, however, is a likely double play candidate. No, he beats it out at first. Runners are going to be at the corners with 2 outs. I'm sure Sudo would like a different result there, but at least the inning is still alive for Molina, who may be lifted here.
Yeah, I mean, he gets that runner to first base, he keeps the inning alive. I feel like that's the only result that counts there for Sudo. And you are absolutely feeling the pressure mount when base runners are on base.
Yeah, not what you want there for the Fuegos. Yadier Molina tense in the 5th inning. Runner's going. They're going to throw down. He's safe. And now all of a sudden, Dwayne, a hit could tie the game here.
Yeah, CNI single.
That one is past the pitcher. Defense was played in a weird way. 41 accuracy. 2 are going to score. It's a 2-run infield
my God, we have a tie game on our hands. Are you kidding me?
Fuegos baseball coming back to tie it after it looked like Ashnod was burying him early. Another stolen base. This time Ash isn't fooled, but it doesn't matter. He's too fast. Oh my goodness.
The man's vicious.
One strike on the count for Nico Reyes. This one is going to end the inning. Assuming Butterfield doesn't drop it. He doesn't. But ladies and gentlemen, 6-6 halfway through this game. Can you believe it?
And the Fuegos now out-hitting the Blues here. Ashnod's sitting fastball. Sudo's taking advantage of him sitting on that with these off-speed pitches. Again, he lifts one. He's not getting the contact he's looking for. He's getting low power, and he's not letting the ball get deep into the zone.
3 for 3 is Jake Blues. This is a critical hitter for Sudo. A diving play by Andrew Rodriguez saves extra bases. And there's 2 outs here in the 6th. Thomas Dorsey has been retired once today. Probably the last inning here of work for Xavier Robinson. He has been solid. 2-1. Swings way late on the 98 miles an hour, and you would think an off-speed pitch is coming. Let's see. It is. It just misses low and away.
You just can't find a spot there. He was definitely looking for that back door.
Sudo may give in here. Does want that strikeout, though. We'll see. Fastball just misses. What a take from Ashnod. And that'll extend the inning. For the tense Elwood Blues, however. Look at that contact reticle.
Yeah, that is tough to work with. You can imagine Sudo getting out of this inning here. Let's see what happens.
If anyone can handle that, it is Ashnod, however. 1-2 count now. Robinson. The specialist trait affecting that contact. Plus the 3-bar pressure. Forkball is lasered over to Sanchez. It was hit right at a defender. That's fortunate for the Fuegos. And it's 6-6 here in the bottom of the 6th.
Like a vacuum, that Fuegos defense, yeah, scooping up every ball that comes near them. It's going to be huge in this game. If the ball's not going out of the park for the Blues, it doesn't look like they're scoring runs right here.
This fastball's location is missed, and it's punished hard by the Fuegos, but it's right at Staples. Didn't quite get the lift that he would like. But it's back to the top of the order.
Number 12.
Francisco Lindor dribbles one up the middle. This is going to be a hit with all that speed. And the leadoff hitter is aboard for the 10th Javier Baez. Changeup. Rocketed foul. 0-1 count now.
Up and down the lineup, the Fuegos have a lot of speed, and as he runs there, he's going to be thrown out. Probably for the first time in the
Wow,
ball
a
game.
failed hit and run attempt. He went too late because it was a hit and run. Sudo maybe overplaying his hand there.
You can imagine, though, he's scored 6 runs here against Ashnod's Coupon. He wants to keep the pressure on.
Absolutely. That blitzing style has paid off so far. 1 and 2, a good take. Another great take. Sudo possibly seeing the ball well. He's power swinging. And he it looks like he had fastball timed up. He just couldn't get the reticle where it needed to be. We are to the 7th.
6-6 in the 7th inning. I don't think you could have pinned this one for being a tie ball game this late.
And Dwayne, I think if you're Sudo, obviously you love where you're at right now. This is one of the favorites to win it all, and you're tied late in the game with him. But the way these teams are constructed, Sudo still has 2 absolute dynamite relievers to go to, and right on cue he's going to bring one of them in.
Yeah, and he knows, he's done his scouting, that changing speeds is going to be important. So he wasn't going to let his reliever get too deep into his velocity, junk, stamina dropping down. Like, he wants to keep them fresh and keep the fastballs hard, and then keep the breaking balls from Ashnod being on balance, as you see him swing and miss again there.
Wow, Ashnod had that one placed perfectly. This one is drilled into left field. It looks like the Blues are going to break the tie, and they will. That's into the bullpen. 7-6 Blues.
That's a great piece of hitting. He drove that the other way. He let the ball get deep in the zone. I don't think he was expecting the fastball, but I don't think he was expecting it to come that hard. So he got a little bit under it, but the power on that hitter is able to push it over the fence and untie this ball game, give the Blues a lead.
This reliever is the screwball pitcher in the bullpen for the Fuegos, and it plays into that at bat as it's a ground out to third, which will bring up Paul Butterfield, who is going to fly out to right field, and assuming he catches it, there will be 2 down.
All right, tough with the home run there, but 2 quick outs for the Fuegos. Let's see if they can get to the bottom half and keep it moving.
And playing players like Ashnod's Coupon is all about mental resilience. You know you're going to give up runs, but as long as you can keep your cool, you just never know what can happen late in games.
Every pitch presents an entirely new situation with a player. If you're looking at the game like that, then you can do anything.
That one is destroyed to center field. Off the brick wall, it is 8-6 Blues.
Yeah, that's going to mount the pressure a little bit here for the Fuegos. Now a 2-run deficit to try and come back from. We saw a great comeback before. We could see it again, but they're going to have to construct a way to get some runs.
Robinson came out of the pen first. He was the specialist. He did a great job through 3, I believe 3 1/3. Barbosa has come in. He's got 2 outs, and he's given up 2 home runs, and this one is in the gap as well, over the head of Clemente. Looks like it's going to be a 2-out double.
That ball had a lot of exit velocity. I'm not sure if there was a different route that the center fielder could have taken to that ball to possibly get the out. You know that Sudo has a lot of defense out there, but unfortunate to give up a double with 2 outs here.
Not what the Fuegos wanted with this very high-powered bullpen. They still could limit the damage, but tense is Barbosa. 2-1 now. 3-1. Hitters count. We may see him not give in here. Wow, he throws a slider on the bottom right corner. Full count pitch. Great screwball, catches Ashnod off balance. Defense should make the play. First baseman camps under it. And the Chicago Blues break the tie with 2. 9 outs remaining for the Fuegos to make a comeback.
Impressive by Ashnod to widen his lead. Now look for the Fuegos to try and get a runner on base and just keep pressing. That's the name of the game. Press, press, press.
No press there, however. He tried to take a shot with his locked-in hitter. It didn't pay off, and there's 1 out. Taking a strike there is Pablo Sanchez. Willie Dixon fresh out of the bullpen for the Chicago Blues. He is the lefty specialist.
Yeah, screwball of his own, a really hard 4-seam fastball, changeup and a curveball. That one's driven to the shortstop, easy out.
Great contact there from Sudo. Unfortunately for him, it is right at the shortstop. There are 2 down for Jason Sanchez. All velo, all accuracy, no junk. This one is blooped into center. Center fielder should have it. He does. And that concludes the 7th, 8-6 Chicago. Late on the fastball, Barbosa trying to have himself a good inning here.
Sudo seeing the value of changing speed, seeing the value. 3 straight fastballs sits him down. 1, 2, 3 strikes. You're out.
Great sequencing there. He knew Ashnod probably didn't expect all fastballs. And now in this at bat, it's all off speed so far. There's a fastball. 1-2 is the count. Lays off the screwball. Rips that fastball. Lindor jumps. It's over his head and into the gap. This is going to be another extra base hit for the Chicago Blues. 1 out double.
Yeah, really tough. Just missed by Lindor there. That ball was hit on the nose. So, a 1 out double. Let's see if the Blues are able to push another run across the plate.
Outside.
1-1 count now on Elwood Blues, who is tense.
Outside.
Barbosa tense as well on the mound. Great curve drops in for strike 2. Another curve. Ashnod waited on it. It's grounded through the hole, right side. Not enough speed on the bases to score. Runners on the corners with 1 out.
Yeah, you can tell Sudo took the crow hop and took the right route to that ball.
Alex De La Torre is going to come in now. Ashnod smashes that one to center field. Should be deep enough to score the runner. Clemente fires home, but it's far too late. Wouldn't have had him anyway. And it's 9-6.
Not much else Ashnod can do there. He hit that ball about as hard as you could possibly hit it. Maybe get a little bit more under it, but good piece to get that sac fly out, another run in this ball game.
All things considered, Sudo will take the sac fly over the 3-run home run.
Oh,
and he strikes out the batter here for the 3rd out. Pretty decent job of limiting the damage there. It's a 3-run ball game into the bottom of the 8th. Joshua Reyes nerfed because of the specialist pitcher. And Ashnod preparing for the bunt. And the bunt defense pays off for the Fuegos. They exploit it with a grounder up the middle. Blues collects it. And perhaps the start of a rally.
Yeah, if you're going to sit on Sudo to bunt, then he's just going to put the bat back into his hands. That's smart play there. Smart play. He's not going to give up just because there's a specialist on the mound.
Bunt defense back at it. Stolen base attempt here. 99 throw from the catcher, but way too much speed. That's Fuego's baseball, as we've been saying. And a fastball coming in here. Punch through the left side. Shortstop dives. There's no way they get him at first. Sudo thought about trying to diddle home a run from 3rd. But the tying run is at the plate in the form of Nico Reyes. Granted, he doesn't have much power. Looking for a squeeze bunt there.
It was smart not to throw the runner away at 3rd base.
Absolutely. Stolen base attempt. That's over to the shortstop. He jumps up and catches it. On to first. He hesitated forever. He could have had an easy double play. That could be huge here in this bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, absolutely. Sudo saves himself there at first. A lot of speed on the base pass, and you can feel that pressure on Ashnod here on the mound.
That hit and run was... Oh, another stolen base attempt. This one's going to be an easy bag for the Fuegos. They are 1 knock away from making this a 1-run game.
Yeah, my man might as well walk to the bag there. Jeez.
1-2 count now. Whiffer activated. Not what you want to see for the Fuegos. Bunt attempt. He gets it down, but it's foul. It's going to be a strikeout. Risky there, but you know he probably had to try it with all that weak contact and power. Now Lindor grounds it over into the second baseman. Can't handle it. It's going to score 1. It's going to score 2. It's a 2 RBI single. Absolute defensive breakdown lets the Fuegos back into the game. I don't believe it.
I can't believe that just happened.
Hit and run. This one's out to center. Waters dives. It's off his glove. Runner's going to 3rd. He's got a lot of speed.
He's going to go home.
23rd. He's coming home. Waters with the throw. It is in the throw. He gets him. Oh my goodness. He went for the tied game. He just couldn't get it.
Leave my chest.
He may have slowed defenders, but they can throw. Lindor gunned down at the plate trying to be the hero. And now it's up to Alex De La Torre to keep this game at 1 run.
I don't care what you say. Sudo made the right move sending that runner from 3rd base. I can't believe he attempted to tie that ball game there.
I think I agree. That was a call of inches. He absolutely could have dropped that ball too. That happens a lot. In any case, BB King looking to get an insurance run. Pass ball is going to allow the runner to go to 2nd. Oh, just safe.
Yeah, bang, bang, play.
Backup catcher out for Sudo. I'm not sure what the arm rating is on his starter. Could have played differently there. And walk prone activates for Torre. This one is drilled into center field. This could be a heartbreaker for the Fuegos, and it is. That is off the brick wall. 11-8. Walk prone activating Sudo. There's no way he meant for that changeup to be where it was. Just falling behind in the counts.
Yeah, 440 feet. Great piece of hitting by the Blues here to possibly put the nail in the coffin in the top of the 9th inning. You hate to see it if you're a Fuegos fan, but if you're a Blues fan, you're fired up. They're putting the ball out into the seats, just like they're supposed to.
Both of these teams playing their very specific brands of baseball. Right on cue, Jackson jacks that one center field. Will Motor Yard hold that one in? Clemente doesn't have to jump. It's the first out. De La Torre gets him to swing way early on a change. Another change is blasted, but foul. 1-2 count. Lays off the change. Ashnod trying to time these changeups. Another changeup, weak contact, it's into the gap. Clemente has a beat on it. 2 outs.
2 very valuable outs here for the Fuegos. If they're gonna make this happen, they're gonna have to get through this inning with no more runs.
Jake Blues 3 for 5 with a home run. He is behind in the count, 0-2. Huge pitch here for De La Torre. He just misses high and away.
Outside.
Trying to be as careful as ever here. He can't do it, however, that one is smoked into center field. That's going to be just below the Enjima sign. 12-8 Blues.
Ashnod's starting to find his stroke here. That's a great piece. 456 feet to dead center field. You really can't put a bigger charge into one than that.
Now
Launch angle,
the designated
velocity,
hitter,
it was all
number
there. He just
35.
put a great piece on it.
Second home run of the game for Blues, an early contender for player of the game. Sudo perhaps considering going back to his pen. Has 2 pitchers remaining, or rather, no, I'm sorry, 1 more pitcher remaining.
Now pitching.
And he will go to him. It's going to be
Number
Edwin Diaz,
39.
the closer, C+ rated. We'll see if this is a risky move or not. Well, it is a risky move. We'll see if it pays off. Change up. He's going to get the 1 out he's called on to get. Diaz on to first. A little bit late there, but he gets the out. And now Ashnod with a tense pitcher. He's going to mull over his options, sees what's coming. He will go to his closer,
Number 10.
Willie Big Eye Smith, all velo, all accuracy.
The pitcher is
Not a lot of
certainly
stamina,
taking their
though.
time. Apparently,
This one is looped over the head of Butterfield. He leaps, and that's the first out.
now batting. The
Ashnod's
third
coupon 2
baseman,
outs away from securing his first ever
number
XBL win.
30.
Fastball, Sudo unable to lay off, and K-Man is activated. The pitch. Drilled, right field, Staples dives, on to first. 2 excellent defensive plays here from the right side of the
Now
infield.
batting, the
And there's 1 out left in this game.
hitter,
Yeah, not what you
number
expect if you're a Blues fan. The defense is a little bit on the shakier end, but a pair of great plays, I mean, it's going to break your way one way or another. And those hard hit balls by Sudo are not able to find their way out of the infield. He's facing the wall here with 2 outs.
Way early on the changeup, down to the final strike are the Fuegos. The pitch. Swing and a miss, 104 miles an hour. Nothing Sudo could do there. And it's an opening night, first victory for the Chicago Blues and Ashnod's coupon.
Yeah, absolutely great ball game on our hands there. I can't believe the amount of aggression that the Puerto Rico Fuegos showed. Able to score 8 runs in this ball game to keep up with Ashnod. They fell apart a little bit late in that ball game. 2 runs in the 7th, 1 run in the 8th, 3 runs in the 9th inning to lose 12-8. Hits almost even at 17 and 16. So I can't be more impressed with what we just saw.
That was an early contender for Game of the Year, and it was only, I believe, the third game in XBL Season 8. Unbelievably exciting, lots of fun to watch from both teams. And as we look at the stars of the game, it's all Ashnod's coupon, Jake Blues, BB King, and Elmore James.
Yeah, a lot of home runs, so that's going to gain some favor with the star givers. But honestly, all around baseball, you saw bunting, you saw running, you saw home runs, you saw stealing, you saw errors, you saw great defensive plays on both sides of the ball. There was really not more to be had in that game.
Yeah, absolutely stunning gameplay there. I real quick, I want to go back to that play. He sent Lindor to try and tie the game. Do you still think it was the right call?
Honestly, in the situation with the momentum swinging your way, with the runners you have on base, and the knowledge that you might possibly have of the runners or the arms and things that you have on defense, you know Sudo did his homework. So he didn't send that runner for no reason. He felt the game on his side. At the end of the day, if I'm a third base coach, I'm sending that runner. But it did make the difference in this ball game.
Yeah, and it would have made it, I believe, 8-8. He still would have had to go out there and face, one of the best, if not the best, home run hitters in the XBL. A gutsy call. I think I agree with you though. I think it was the right call.
Yeah, all Sudo showed in that entire game was guts. So if you didn't expect him to show it there, then you're not watching Puerto Rico Fuegos baseball.
And we are going to get set up here for the second game. We'll give the players a quick breather. We're going to have Ashnod change something real quick on the resolution. But after that, we will be back here. Don't go anywhere.
All right, here we go. We are moving on to game number 2 between Ashnod's Coupon and DRG Sudo here on XBL opening night. We just saw a 12-8 victory in favor of Ashnod Coupon and his Chicago Blues there in game number 1. This is Dwayne here with Weaver, and after that game we just witnessed, what are you expecting here in game number 2, Weaver?
Well, I'm thrown off right away because as long as I've known Ashnod, which has been since you recruited me into this league back in June, he has only played at the Swagger Center. Looks like he's chosen Lafayette to be his home this year. This could be. I mean, Swagger Center and Lafayette are both home run stadiums, but I think we're going to see home runs from both teams now.
Yeah, absolutely. That is definitely an interesting choice. If you had done your homework on Ashnod, you would have noticed this change, but I hadn't on my own here. It looks like he's trying to take advantage of that symmetry, but that short distance, something that a lot of these Lafayette users are into that use this park.
All right, an 0-1 count now. Looks like some alternate uniforms here for the Fuegos with the baby blue looking nice. Oh, I'm sorry, these are the Blues. But alternate uniforms for both teams, rather. Anyways, Blues is going to get that one into second. It's a lead-off hit for the Fuegos, who are looking to rebound here in a
the
big
second
way.
baseman, number 9.
Javier Baez punishes that one. First two have reached. Weird hop out to Blues. Doesn't really change the outcome, however.
Yeah, 2 early base runners for the Fuegos. Look for more aggression here. You know Ashnod might be wary of it.
Bit of lag there on that pitch. Doesn't work against Ashnod other than being a ball. Change up now. Or even count. Could see a hit and run here early. Runner's not moving. He swings through 100 miles an hour. Big Walter Horton trying to find his first out against Andrew Rodriguez. And he does. 101 blows him away. One out here.
Now batting.
Something you can count on after the dance that these pair had in the first game is the mind games are out to play now. Sudo's gonna want to steal a lot of 3 points as that double play, 4 onto 6 onto 3 ends the first inning there. 2 base runners thrown away by the Fuegos. That's really tough.
Yeah, after getting the first 2 on, you would have liked to see him score there. It's up to him to get on the run prevention game now. Hector Santiago, Angels legend, will surrender a rocket here in the first. Jumping is Clemente. He robs him at the center field wall. Ashnod thought he had, I lost count, his 6th home run of the day perhaps, but it's robbed by Clemente.
Yeah, something like that. He's the only one who's hitting him, but Sudo makes sure the first out of the ball game is electrifying. Great catch in center field.
2 strikes now on Blues. He is fooled on that inside 2-seamer, I believe, and caught by Javier Baez for the 2nd out. Thomas Dorsey batting 600 on the young season. Lays off the 2-seamer. Santiago evens up the count, throws 101 miles an hour.
That's right.
Now ahead in the count is Dorsey. All that power, all that contact doesn't factor in there as he's late, and it's a 2-2 count. A bit of a lag event there, but I believe the true outcome was that he swung and missed. In any case, it was going to be dribbled over the second baseman before the out. That's a 1-2-3 inning for the Fuegos.
Yeah, look for Ashnod when he's back up to bat again to try and get around early on those and take advantage of that short porch in left field.
The Fuegos get into this one. It's to right center field. It should be an easy double. Waters throws it in. Teasing a triple there, but thinking better of it, and for good reason, was Sudo.
Look for Sudo to try and make runners, or make defenders make the play. Make throws like that to try and possibly gain an extra base.
That'll bring up Yadier Molina, who was a complete net negative presence in the first game, dropping that fly ball behind the plate, having a couple or 1 pass ball, only getting a couple at bats. We'll see if he can be a difference maker in this one. He's late on the fastball.
Off the plate.
2-2 count. Big Walter Horton deals a fastball. Presumably, yes.
Ball inside.
Great take from Sudo. It's a full count. We'll see if the runner's going. He's not. Way late on 101 miles an hour. Perhaps looking to change up.
Now batting, the
There are 2
left
down.
fielder,
A
number
huge run out there,
44.
perhaps.
DRG.
Waving at the changeup. The 0-1. Grounded up the middle. The bunt defense again. Wait, Waters is going to throw home. Runner coming to the plate. They get him again. The second outfield assist. He had the outfield shallow. He must have, right?
Yeah, it looked like the outfield was shallow there. CNI single up the middle, but Sudo sends that runner a little aggressive there, I think. Could have possibly put himself in a better situation to keep the bat in his hands.
That one is deflected by Santiago. That could be the ticket to an out, and it is. Wow. That one was rocketed. I can't believe he even touched it. Santiago giving up some hard contact, surviving thus far. Falls behind James. Excellent curve there. 2-1 in the dirt. Hitters count now for James, who had a home run in the previous game.
Steve right.
Full count now. Camping that low pitch as he has done every single at bat. Swings way early on the curve. That one was ball 4. Way late on the fastball, right down the middle. Sudo probably let out a gasp as soon as he released that one, but it pays off.
Yeah, seriously, gets away with one there, but that's what you got to do in ball games like these. Sometimes you get away with a few, and that's going to possibly buy you the time to get the runs you need.
Right.
Mavis Staples on a 1-2 count, waits on the changeup, had the 99 power, but just was way too early.
That's inside.
Laying off that 2-seamer. Hector Santiago locked in. That could play in huge for the Fuegos, but it's a full count. Slider, he takes it. It's on the outside edge, strike 3. And the Chicago Blues held hitless through 2 innings here.
Yeah, a little bit surprising, but great pitching there by Sudo. A lot of great defense, too. Ashnod's still hitting some balls hard, so you can imagine him getting a hit later in this game. But so far, so good as if you're a Fuegos fan.
The bunt defensive alignment not
Now
hurting
batting,
the Blues
the
there. That was the
shortstop,
first out. And back to the
number
top of the
12.
order for Francisco Lindor.
Right.
You have to wonder if Ashnod might think he has the Fuegos a little bit figured out, running bunt when he runs it, and doing things like shallow outfield and things like that. So it's interesting to see if that's going to have an effect on how the Fuegos go about scoring runs in this ball game.
And we know Sudo can still hit the long ball if he can get around on it. He doesn't get around on that. It's going to be a strikeout for Lindor. And now Baez will bat. Fastball. Swings over to Butterfield. And it's a 1-2-3 easy inning for the Chicago Blues. 4 hits thus far. They all belong to the Fuegos. That one is skied to right field. He got weak contact, so it's going to die way before the warning track. Reyes catches it for the first out. Santiago delivers. Tried to nick that outside corner with a slider. Can't do it.
Nope, that's high.
2-seamer misses as well.
Steve Right.
Ashnod not looking for that 2-seamer.
Right.
Great pitch there. 3 2-seamers in a row, I believe.
Nope, that's high.
Another one. Let's see what he throws him here on the full count.
Right there.
Oh, he threw him an absolutely hanging slider. Ashnod had to be looking gas. And it's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, great pitch by Sudo there to keep him off balance. That second strike, he paints the corner, and then he comes in with a hard third with the slider. Ashnod was not expecting that. He's the kind of power hitter that's sitting fastball almost all the time.
Wasn't sitting anything there, apparently. That one is high and away, or in the zone high and away for strike 3. And great pitching to start this game off for Hector Santiago and the Fuegos.
Yeah, absolutely. Holding the Blues hitless through 3 is huge. It's not something you'd expect, but it's something you want to take advantage of if you're on the mound for the Fuegos.
And Mojo, a huge factor in these games with people like Ashnod. You don't want your pitcher getting tense, but if you get him locked in, that's just massive. And Pablo Sanchez, however, is going to be down 0-2. Swings. A little swing happy now for the Fuegos. Curveball. Wow, gets the outside edge. Perhaps a generous call there from the ump. A beautiful pitch either way. And that'll bring up Jason Sanchez with 1 out. Not a lot Sudo could do there. If you swing at it, it's almost definitely a ground out. But he will look to do some damage here. Great accuracy on display from big Walter Horton. Hit and run attempt is fouled into the dugout.
There's a little bit of that running that we saw in the first game. Let's see if he keeps it up.
Swinging through that one, though. He's probably glad he didn't hit and run on that one. Strike 3. There are 2 outs. Change up. Sudo drives it deep right field at the wall. It is gone. Fuegos get on the board. It's 2-0. Their first lead of the season.
Absolutely huge there to jump out early in front of these Blues that they're keeping off the board. Let's see if the Fuegos starter is able to keep it moving there in the next half inning. 2-run home run there is absolutely huge.
And I would think a very confidence-inducing home run there for Sudo, who had been swinging a little bit poorly at the heat. He got a change up there, didn't miss it.
No,
now
he did not.
He'll look to keep Ashnod in check here with Santiago.
Nope, inside.
Racking up strikeouts thus far, 5 through 9 outs. That one is not going to be a strikeout. It's past the diving second baseman into the gap. We'll see if Clemente can get it in fast enough to nab the runner. It's going to be close, but I believe, yes, Ashnod will have a leadoff double.
Yeah, the exit fielder just a little bit too much there. If it was in a different spot, if the center fielder was able to get a different jump on it, maybe you can cut that runner off at second base.
Falling behind now is Santiago. Not what you want to do against a hitter like Ashnod. Tries to loop in the curveball, but it's a 3-0 count. Doesn't give in. Still a good count for Ashnod. But he walks him. 80-mile-an-hour curve. Tried to dip it high and inside, but he can't. And the first 2 have reached here for the Chicago Blues.
Nope, that's outside.
That one is popped up. This could be a huge first out for Hector Santiago.
Infield fly.
It's an infield fly as Baez camps under it.
Yeah, definitely huge though. He gets the soft contact he's looking for. And let's see if he can navigate his way through this inning. 2 runners on with 1 out. He's looking for a ground ball for sure.
The Blues swinging way too late on that fastball.
Nope, that's high.
He's ahead in the count, however, 2-1. Curve can't touch the zone. You don't want to walk another batter here. Curveball blasted center field towards the batter's eye. Clemente back. Will he have a beat on it? He catches it. Runners will tag. Runners were tagging. Fuegos didn't understand that he had already gotten back to the bag, so he throws to first. Runners move up easily, and now a base hit could tie this game.
Wow, can you believe he caught that though?
I thought for sure that was destined for the wall. This was a pass ball to the plate. It's going to be the first run of the game for the Chicago Blues. Not typically how he scores. He'll take it. That one is drilled towards the left field short porch. It is gone. Chicago Blues take the lead 3-2.
And just like that, the Blues are ahead in this ball game. Wow, I can't believe what we just saw there. Like you said, not usually how they're going to score on that wild pitch. And then the next pitch, they just get behind one, drive it out of the ballpark. You got to imagine the Fuegos are feeling a little bit shaken on the mound here.
Yet another negative contribution there from Yadier Molina behind the plate, directly costing them a run. But we'll see if the Fuegos can be a bit resilient. Power swinging with his 8-hole hitter. The changeup is coming.
Right.
And he's late. The fastball. Swing and a miss, 100 miles an hour. And there's 1 out.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 21.
Roberto Clemente stares at a fastball and he's ahead. Another fastball. He's late.
Definitely looking for old number 21 to get some wood on one here. Let's see if we can push one over the infield, try to get a rally started.
Clemente will swing and miss at 100 miles an hour. First 2 have been retired here for the Fuegos. Francisco Lindor has been hot in this series. I believe first curveball of the set thrown by Ashnod. It's looped into center field. Water's under it. He just catches it off of the turf. And they're 3 down.
Yeah, maybe threw Sudo off a little bit there by going off speed, and a good choice as he gets that easy fly out.
Weak contact audio cue. It's out to left field, and just at the warning track is Reyes who will make the catch. 1 down. All that power, even if you don't quite square it up, you always have a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen weaker balls go out of this Lafayette corner.
2-1 count. Tries to nick that corner. Ashnod waiting on that off speed. He hits it perfectly up the middle. And it's a 1-out single for B.B. King. Hollia Jackson has been held in check relatively in this series.
Like we alluded to in the first game, a little bit of station-to-station baseball, not exactly what the Blues are looking for.
This one is grounded to second. Could be a huge double play. Puerto Rican infield, middle infield turns the double play, and they are out of a jam.
Absolutely what the doctor ordered. 4 on to 6 over to 3, and baby, you love to see it. That double play was perfect.
Shades of the 2017 World Baseball Classic with the double play combination of Frankie Lindor and Javi Baez. Speaking of Baez, hitting that now. He's late on the fastball. Albertino Walker into game number 2.
That's inside.
Change up comes. That's a wild pitch. Baez had a beat on it, but he was just way too early. Do you think it may be a bit detrimental here for Sudo to be power swinging?
Honestly, no, because he's coming in there with a lot of velocity. So if he's confident that he can time it and he can square one up, he's got to be power swinging it because he can tie this game in 1 swing.
Nope, that's inside.
Ball 1 starts the count on Andrew Rodriguez, the first baseman.
That's inside.
He is ahead now. This could be ball 3 if he takes it, and it is. He's got to be taking all the way. And he is. Ashnod counters with a strike. He will try for a second one here. Check swinging is Sudo. Full count pitch. Blasted over to Staples. She has it easy, and that's the 2nd out.
Yeah, just getting on top of one there, not what Sudo was looking for. He did swing at a good strike.
Curveball is swung on first pitch. Staples has it on first. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. A big 0 there for the Chicago Blues as they get back to work.
Nope.
Hector Santiago out for his 6th inning. Sudo does have that great bullpen looming. This one is drilled to right center field. Should get out. Clemente dives and makes a catch. His 3rd great catch of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, absolutely. What a play there, just to keep a ball out of the gap.
Saves an extra base hit there. That is huge against Ashnod. Jake Blues will bat now. That one is drilled over the head of the alligator. No, it's going to hit off the top of the wall. Reyes gets it back into second. Sliding is the runner. And that is going to be a 1-out double.
Out in the game, number 9. Out the pitch, number 52.
It's going to go to the pen here. Barbosa will be the new pitcher for the Puerto Rican Fuegos. Thomas Dorsey, the DH, drills one left center field. Clemente back on that one. It's not going to be deep enough. We'll see if he can advance. Clemente with the throw to third. He's got a cannon. He's safe. Great aggressive base running there from the Chicago Blues.
That's inside.
Speaking of Blues, Elwood now batting. He's going to drill that one into right field. Way out of here. How far will it fly? It is gone. Ashnod breaks out. 404 feet into the second deck, and that is going to put the Blues up 5-2.
Yeah, it's a good piece of hitting. You let that ball get deep. He drove it the other way, put it into the second deck in right field. Not often you see power like that going Napo Taco.
Doesn't get into that one. It's going to be the 3rd out for Clemente. We'll see if the Fuegos can mount a rally here. This game moving a bit faster than the first one. Ashnod considering the Fuegos lineup. Albertino Walker throws to Sanchez, who is late. Change up. Poked foul. 0-2. Swinging at that one, 100 miles an hour in the dirt. And it's the first out here in the 7th as Joshua Reyes will bat.
Nope, that's high.
Yeah, Sudo looking for the fastball there, unable to be selective. He was sitting on it a little too hard and he pulled that trigger. Obviously, he wants to get back into this ballgame any way he can.
You're right.
Looking a bit desperate on these swings. He has swung at the last 2 pitches. Shows bunt at the change. He bunts it. It's decent. Walker collects it, however. It's going to be the 2nd out of the inning.
Yeah, it's the first time we saw that bunt employed by Sudo here late in this ballgame. He just wants to get a runner on. The aggressive style worked out for him in the first game, but he's not able to employ it because he's not able to get the runners on like he was in that first game. And as you can see, the Blues are in control here.
Sudo calling time, trying to recollect himself, trying to start a 2-out rally. Won't be able to do it, however, as Staples collects that one. We are on to the bottom of the 7th here in New Orleans.
I say something, 5 runs on 5 hits for the Blues.
Right.
And you may be seeing quite a bit of that this season for the Blues. They're all power all the time. The tense Barbosa throws a fastball right down the middle, still has enough elo to retire the batter, and that'll bring up Butterfield. Over to Baez. 2 quick outs here for the Fuegos. Could be good for their momentum here to try and get a 1-2-3 inning. And Lenore doesn't need to jump for that one. And as I say that, it is a 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah, way to keep hold of that stinger. I've seen a lot of hard hit balls in this game get dropped, but the shortstop there with his decent fielding, able to hold on to it. Big 3rd out for the Fuegos. Try and stay in this ballgame.
Nico Reyes, the 8-hole hitter, will bat. He is behind in the count. Sudo looking like he wants to be more patient. Can't turn on that fastball, however. It is blown right by him.
Now batting,
That's the
the
first
center
out.
fielder, number 21.
This curveball is blooped over to right field. Jake Blues dives. He can't get it. It's going to be extra bases.
That's 3, baby.
Blues collects it, and with the speed of the batter, it's an easy triple. Fuego's in danger of getting back into this one.
That's a big 1-out triple. Decent contact. As long as he gets the bat on the ball, he could push this runner home. But he's going to be looking for a base hit. He's going to be looking to make this into a rally and add on, just like he did in the first game. He's not going to be
Ashnod must-
satisfied with one.
Pitching.
Ashnod, fearing the
Number
bat of Francisco
28,
Lindor, goes to a lefty
Eddie,
specialist.
energy drink.
That's low.
And he falls behind on the first pitch. Willie Dixon with a 9 ERA for getting blown up in game 1.
You're right.
Swinging for the fences is Lindor. We'll see if he shortens up with 2 strikes.
Low
He does,
inside.
and he just takes a good pitch. Stealing home. Dixon throws home. They're going to get him in a pickle. Sudo perhaps throwing this run away, and he does. Wow, we'll see what Lindor does here.
It was an absolutely gutsy move to try and get Ashnod off balance. As you can see, it doesn't pay off as he whiffs on the third strike there for out number 3. We're moving on to the bottom of the 8th
That's
now.
outside.
And a critical inning here for Barbosa, who did not pitch well in game 1. Needs a good inning here if they want any chance of catching the Blues and completing the upset.
You're right.
Good screwball there. This one is blasted to right field. Right fielder over, dives, and makes another great catch. Fuego's defense popping off today. Clemente under that one. 2 quick outs.
You're right.
Andrew Barbosa pitching much better here than he did in game 1. And he's going to get another 1-2-3 inning, provided there isn't a defensive catastrophe.
You're up.
There isn't. And we head to the 9th here at Lafayette. Last chance for the Fuegos. We'll see how long Ashnod gives it before he goes to his K-man.
Now,
Not long at all. Here he
pitching
comes, taking the
number
specialist out of the
10.
game. We'll see if that factors in.
Not 100% sure. Sudo, we know, can sit on the fastball, so look for him to look for strikes. This is his final chance here in this ballgame.
Fastball coming here. Baez fouls it off. And the K-man is activated. He's going to go for the big heat. And the Fuegos can't catch up to it. Sudo wanted that fastball. It was just a bit too high. 1 down here in the 9th. That one is blasted. Blues back. Over towards the short porch. It's gone. Fuegos still alive. It's 5-3.
Yeah, absolutely huge dinger there for the Fuegos to keep themselves in this ball game. Every run is going to bring them 1 inch closer to tying it. So 5-3. Honestly, anything can happen. I remember when it was 4-0 in the first game. I said it felt like a mountain to climb. 2 runs here doesn't seem so huge.
Only 2 outs to play with, however. Change up from Smith is swung straight through by Jorge Posada.
Nope, that's
A
inside.
good take there. Wasn't loading on the power swing. We'll see what he does here.
Steve right.
Behind 1 and 2. Big pitch here. Lays off at 104 miles an hour. Sudo looking like he needs a breather there. That one is grounded back to Smith on the first. And the Blues are 1 out away from starting their inaugural season 2-0.
Hello.
Good take. Not too over anxious is Sudo. Swings on that one. Drill to right center. That is going to get down for a hit. He will challenge for 2. Waters misplays it. Tying run, Dwayne will bat here in the 9th.
That's huge. That's a huge double for the Fuegos with 2 outs. Swinging at the first pitch, though. That's risky.
Back-to-back changeups here. Sudo likes both of them, and he's 1 strike away from defeat. He swings through the fastball, 102 miles an hour. The Blues win both games here. But Dwayne, I have to say both of those games were thrilling.
Honestly, absolutely thrilling. 12-8 and 5-3. You expected the Blues to score a lot more runs, but you also expected the Fuegos to keep it close, and they did. They came out and did what they needed to do. They fell short. They out-hit the Blues in this game, too. But they come away 0-2 to start the season. That is absolutely tough.
Yeah, a massive testament there to the pitching ability of Sudo and the Fuegos. Massive testament, obviously, to the power hitting prowess of Ashnod's coupon. And the other big factor I want to shout out real quick was the elite defense there from the Fuegos.
Yeah, absolutely. The Fuegos did exactly what they needed to do. They totally just prevented run on top of run on top of run on top of run. Robbing home runs, robbing base hits, all over the field. They did a great job keeping it close because they knew that was exactly what they needed to do.
Yeah, the the defensive prowess of Roberto Clemente in center, and I can't remember the name of the right fielder for the Fuegos, but both of them combining in that game, I want to say for 5 great catches,
Yeah,
4 or
something
5.
close to that. It was definitely more than three. The
Yeah,
Fuegos have a lot of speed out there, and they know a well-rounded defensive team is going to mitigate any mistakes, and it's going to show when you're deep in ball games against players that you need to win against.
yeah, and the high velo, high accuracy, fastball changeup, dominant pitching strategy from Ashnod. We thought maybe it would play into Sudo's hand, and it kind of did. He hit very well this series, but it was just a bit too much.
Yeah, absolutely. Putting up 8 runs in the first game was honestly close to unprecedented. Um, but keeping it as close as he did in the entire series throughout, honestly, 12-8, 5-3. That was what you want to see on XBL opening day. It's the definition of XBL baseball. It's a definition of Fuegos baseball. You saw home runs from the Blues. Honestly, as far as you or I are concerned, you can't be more pleased with what we watched.
I've been thinking about this matchup all day. I wasn't quite sure how it was going to go. It was a late schedule change. Honestly, Dwayne, that was a blast to cast. I can't wait to get into the season myself. I'm sure you feel the same. But that's going to do it for us here at XBL. We will be live again next Sunday with matchup of the weeks for both AAA and for XBL. So stay tuned to the Discord if you want to know what the matchups are as we get closer. And with that, we are signing off. Thank you all for joining us. Make sure to follow the channel, and everyone have a good night. Thank you.
Yes, have a great night. Thank you again, Weaver, for the awesome play-by-play, awesome broadcast. Shout out to Light Snack for handling Series 1 and Series 2.
Yep.
Shout out to all of our AAA players, all of our XBL players. This is it, guys. We're here. It's opening day. It's Season 8. Keep it hype. Get hype. There's going to be a ton of good baseball coming your way. So with that, Weaver and I, signing off. Have a great night, everybody.